All right. So let's move on and talk about the next little thing, and that is the Uber the Uber Debit Card update. So
Yeah.
if you want to talk about this one real quick, Serge.
And then, yeah, I mean, they all want to push us into the Uber Pro Debit Card. They increased the instant cash out fee from to 85 cents from 55 cents, and they have their reasons for it, I'm sure. But from in my app, this is the advantage of being a driver. You get all this stuff in your app, so when you talk about it, you're actually talking facts. So it says, they're changing the Uber debit card now. There's no more. New terms and conditions are coming with it. It's going to be, your debit card is going to go to GoBank debit card instead of the Uber. Instant pay, free cash outs will be, thank you, Carol 8T818. So 85 cents will be charged for cash outs to make to GoBank debit card. I don't know why they're changing it. I'm sure there's something going on. Cashback through the Uber debit card will no longer be supported. I'm like, okay, then why the heck am I having? Why do I even have the Uber debit card then? And then backup balance, they had a backup balance of $100, and that's gone as well, because GoBank, I guess, does not allow you to do any of these things that Uber sold before, or a couple of weeks ago. You could do all these things. Now you can't. Look, I'm not complaining. I will never get the Uber debit card. Just for the rideshare side anyway. I mean, I may get their shop and pay card, like, the Doordash red card or whatever, but I will never, ever, ever get the Uber debit card. And we had a segment on this before. A lot of drivers are having issues because right after each trip, they're supposed to credit this debit card. It's not happening. Most of the time they're short. So I'm going to stay away from it. But then one of our viewers who was on our town hall got scammed. So Chris is going to talk about that.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get the Uber Pro debit card. I'm not interested in it. I think you know enough about me. I don't need you to know where I'm spending my money on top of anything else that you know about me. So there you go.
Oh yeah, for sure. But the whole thing was they were trying to entice people to get this card in order to give certain benefits, and then all of those benefits have just gone. So now your instant cash out, 85 cents. Welcome back to the 85-cent club.
Yep.
And if you only get 5 per day, and then the cash back is gone and the backup balance is gone. So what benefit would you have to take that bank and use that card anymore? There's zero. So stick to your own bank. You should always be doing that. And just like Sergio said, they don't need to know exactly what's going on. But let's go into something that you should be. Oh, go ahead.
Just real quick. From what I know about this, they actually switched banks. They're now going through branch bank instead of the Go Bank. So they completely switched banks, which I think is interesting. They're now using the bank that Walmart Spark uses for their banking as well. So I just think that's just kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. But let's go on to this scam that we want to make you aware of. So if you have a Pro card, if you don't, this is just something, again, we want you guys to pay attention to. Basically, if somebody calls you, don't give out any information. Make sure you call them. And there's a couple of, we're going to go through this email that somebody sent Sergio. There could be a couple of explanations that I'm going to kind of go through. So this person had alluded to it being in-house. I'm going to say it could potentially be something completely different. But we're going to go through the letter real quick. And again, this is just something to make you guys aware. Never give out any information over the phone, especially to somebody who calls you or anything like that. All right, so it says, hey, Serge, I want to notify you and the RideShare Guy community that you got scammed. First off, sorry to hear. I hope things get worked out and everything that way. But it says, last Saturday, January 14th, I received a phone call from Uber support. My caller ID recognized the call, and so it'll pop up Uber support. A customer support person by the name of David stated to me that Uber owed him $40 from a claim a few months back, and that Uber can pay through the Uber Pro card. So David put me on hold, even though the hold music was the same as Uber, and he walked through the Uber Pro card steps to activate it because I didn't have it. When my Uber Pro card got activated, my Uber account money was transferred through a phantom Uber Pro card, and I lost my $150, which was the earnings, and $100 from the Uber backup. So a grand total of $250. When I realized I got scammed, I made a claim to Uber Support and Uber Pro card support. The discouraged thing about it is the following. One, I can drive, but since I owe the $100 backup balance, I need to pay first before I can change my payment method. And two, not drive Uber until it's resolved. I'm not sure how that works because it says I can drive and then it says not drive Uber. So I'm not sure that aspect. But the good thing is it's only $150, and I know I'm going to get that back hopefully in 2 weeks. I believed I was targeted because I didn't have an Uber Pro card. So please put the word out there. Drivers who don't have the card. I know this was an inside job from Uber Support to have somebody contact you and caller ID recognize it. Plus, the on-hold music is the same. Also, notifications when you get Uber Support needs to recognize you via PIN numbers. And then it goes on. Hold on, put that. And it says, keep up the good work with you and Chris. Appreciate that. Thank you. Now, if the Uber Support calls to verify something, I don't trust them anymore, but I'm worried if I don't verify my account will be put on hold or deactivated. I had another situation about 2 months back when I was around Van Nuys Airport. I got a ping and accepted it. The person I was picking up was La Jefa, female boss in Spanish. When I went to pick up destination around an alley at the airport, Uber Support called and said a passenger notified us that someone pretending to be you is using your account and driving the car. Come on, Uber. And Uber Support said not to worry. They always get calls like this because passengers want freebies. I needed to verify my account, but again, luckily nothing happened. First off, change your password if you haven't already. Number one, for at least this person who was had emailed us, change your password, change everything there, and make sure all of your data be on high alert. Because even if you verify certain information, Uber's not going to call you. They're going to do different ways to contact you. They're going to send you an email in the app. They're going to send you an email on your actual email account that's associated with your account. And they're also going to contact you the other way, whether that's text or a phone call. But 99% of the time, Uber is not going to call you. They will call you on critical safety issues, and that's really about it. When it comes to verifying, 99.99%, it is going to be a scam. Hang up the call and call Uber Support back yourself. If you want to if you're fearful that you could be deactivated or have some issue, say, hey, look, I've had problems before. I'm going to hang up this call. I'm going to call you back. And if everything's okay, well, then we'll know for sure if I have to verify anything at that point. If somebody is pressuring you to do something immediately, again, that is another red flag for it being a scam. And the one thing where I kind of don't want to say this sounds like necessarily an inside job, it could be. It very well could be, because some of these call centers do run illegal ops out of their call centers. It's a true thing. It happens a lot in India. It is a real bad problem. And that's how a lot of these scam centers actually are able to operate, because in the front office, they are doing legitimate call center work. So it could potentially be that. I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it might not be, because there are things that people can do in order to mask their number and appear as somebody else. If they were a driver beforehand, or if they're working with somebody, they could be in your area. They could be somewhere else, and using GPS manipulation in order to get matched with you and then contact you via that way. There are different ways to make it seem like it's coming from support versus not. Another thing, if the customer is going to call you, it's going to come through an Uber number. It's going to, and then sometimes you're going to hear, hey, this is a call from passenger, don't give out any information, but you don't always get that. So that is something to watch out for. Anytime somebody calls you, hang up the phone, call the place back with the number that you have, whether that's in the app itself. And then again, if there's in-app messages or in-app notifications, if there's emails sent to you, those are all the points of contact, how they're going to try to contact you in multiple different ways if there is a potential issue. But again, if somebody's pressuring you, if they're trying to get you to do something, if they're going to credit your account for whatever reason, they're just going to do it. It's just going to pop up one day. There it is. There's been plenty of times where I've opened up my app and had extra money in there because of something that happened, whether it's a late tip that came in, whether it was a correction. That does happen time to time. So things do happen. And then again, if anything like this ever happens, just please be aware, pay attention, never, ever allow somebody to manipulate you that way. Always call back.
You also, I mean, you have the phishing scams, as you guys know. So this is what I do personally. I literally change my Uber passport every week, literally. Okay. Number one, I mean, what's the harm? Just do it. Number two, I've gotten these calls before. What I do is I go, I'm driving. I can't talk to you right now. Give me your number. I'll call you back. I call him back. The number doesn't even exist. Okay. You gotta scam him back. I mean, you guys cannot be that gullible and just give your information because this is, oh, I'm David from Uber support. I go F yourself and then give me your number. I'll call you back. That's how you have to be. You guys giving these guys too much respect anyway, you know, and to me, you know, unfortunately this driver got scammed. Hey, it was only $150, but $150 hard earned cash, right? For probably his whole day's work. So, you know, hopefully he'll learn. And, but, you know, we're doing this just to tell you guys, you know, Uber, I mean, we talk to Uber. I'm not going to deny it. They say we don't call. You know, we don't call. And if they say that, I'm taking their word for it.
Yeah.
So if Uber calls,
the only time they call is during a critical safety.
Yeah,
and that is,
you know, they feel like a crash happened, right? Because they have the gyroscope. You know, they can figure out if the car comes to a really sudden stop from 30 miles an hour or so. They will call you and say they think you're in an accident, or you know, if you're just stationary, if you're stuck in traffic, you know, and if the passenger has follow my ride or follow my trip activated, they will send you a text through email saying, or through the app saying, are you okay? Is everything fine? But they will never call you. I mean, Uber, I've never heard of it. So.
Anytime ever dealing with money, that's the biggest red flag when it comes down to it. So if anybody says anything about money and they're claiming their support, whether it's DoorDash, Uber, or Lyft, hang up the phone and you can call the actual support back, and they're going to tell you, no, we didn't call you for any reason.
I agree.
And like I say, if they're going to give you a credit for anything, they're just going to put it in. Or they're going to put it in the app and then email you and let you know saying, hey, there's a bonus or something available for you. And if you want to take it up on this is what you got to do. That's really it. That's the only way they're going to do it. Other than that, but the other thing too, like right now, I could pick up my phone, I could call Sergio and mask it as Uber support. So even though it comes in as Uber support, doesn't mean it's going to be. So that's again,
always tell them, I'm busy, I'll call you back. That's it. You know, okay, that's it. Simple.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right. Drive smart, everyone.